with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. And one of the things that I love about being able to do the show, being able to sit on this platform, is the ability to reach out to so many wonderful people. And positivity is something that we hold very dear to the Brunch set. And my next guests are no different. Now, I know some of you have been hearing about healing with horses, but how many of you actually know how wonderful an initiative this actually is? So today I am very privileged to have in my midst on the Brunch set with me Miss Veronica Fortune, the owner, proprietor. You know, this woman has been doing wonderful work for years, and it's time that we, bring it more to the forefront on our platform here. And also Mr. Jaheim Nedd, who is one of the accomplished, I see him as accomplished because being able to work with animals is a wonderful thing. He's a board member of Healing with Horses. So let me take the time to introduce you guys to Brunch. Welcome to Brunch. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for inviting me into this conversation. And good morning to you. How are we doing this morning?
Thank you. Thank you for giving us the space.
Yes. And I love the fact that you work with the specially abled. This is one of the things that stood out for me because we have to really go back to that social aspect of our societies, of our communities, of our world, where we love one another, we're kind to one another, we show respect to one another. How is it working with these beautiful animals? Let's start there.
Okay, great. Especially able, you have this amazing gift. That's why you're placed where you are. And I think we are working in our community. Myself, my husband Lennon LaFortune. I'm honored to have Jaheim Nedd with me, which is with us since I would say 14 years. He started with 3 years. So we are integrating specially able children, adults, and animals. We recycle, reuse not only pallets and wood, but also racehorses. We recycle racehorses. We give them a new opportunity. Yeah. So when we start with animals, yes, we start with the horses. And initially, it did start with one horse. I moved to Tobago. I came here as a tourist in 2004, and I fell in love with this special energy in Tobago, with the energy of simplicity. That's it.
No, I need to snap my fingers for that one, yes.
So, my background as an equestrian, I was a trainer. I was working in a big horse musical, not only in Europe, but also in the States. And I quit in 2000 because everything was too rigid. I felt like, oh gosh, I'm not a machine, 10 shows a week. And then I had anxiety attacks, Like we making good money, but actually having no energy to spend the money anymore. And the horse, which was given to me to perform with, I felt like he needs a break just like me. Then I came to Tobago in 2004, and I met the community. I met the community which really shares love. I get the best food, doubles and rotis, And then I met Lennon LaFortune, who was one of the builders at the new hospital in 2004. And I just felt like, hey, I need a shift in my life. Let's do it. And I moved here in 2005 to Trinidad. Yes. And then after 6 weeks, I said, Tobago, Lennon, we need to move to Tobago. And we found this lovely little teeny tiny house in Bago. And Bago is a wonderful, very tight community.
Yes, it is.
But when you are being embraced and accepted, wow, thank you, Bago. Yes. Thank you, THA. We are presently working, living at State Land, which is a 3-acre state land. And I have our beautiful calendar with us, which we create every year since 11 years. And you can see Bago Point. And doesn't it look like a horse head?
Yes, it does.
Isn't it magical?
Yes.
So Jaheim lives about, 100 feet away from there. And he saw the horses since he's 3 years old, right, Jaheim? Yeah. So the government, THA, allows us to be there, yeah, because after taking in one horse, which we walked down from Speyside, she was living there for 6 years, we took in a next horse from Friendship Estate, and then we took a next horse, and then it were 4 horses, and then a little foal was born by us. And then we started to community work. The community work really with people like Jaheim, who love animals, who wanted to know about animals, who wanted to walk the horses on the beach and go swimming with them. And then I remember I did, developed the first flyer, and then later on we started to work with tourists because we needed to be sustainable. And then we started to, there were people at the block who wanted to learn about horses. They started to lead the horses. They helped us. They started to help us cutting grass, to maintain a horse properly, to have them looking like, let me open a space in the calendar, to have them looking like this. It costs 3,500 TTs a month, including horseshoeing, vet work, and so on. Yes. You can see here Dulcidama, the youngest horse, which we rescued from the racetrack. And we were just talking about her, right, Jaheim? So Jaheim is one of our youth board members, very experienced in working not only with horses now, but also with the specially abled ones. He has been a camper. I think with the age of 4, you started to participate in camps. And I asked Jaheim today to come with me. We have 5 youth board members presently because he knows and he's very authentic. And Jaheim, I wanted to let you speak a little bit about the youth board, what the youth board actually, is representing, and your experience.
Well, in my experience at Healing with Horses, the youth board has been something that we look at for change. So in today's society, you'll notice a lot of initiatives are being taken by people my age or a little older, just my generation. And the way I look at it and the way the other members look at it also is the youth board is here to lead Healing with Horses as well as the community, Tobago as a whole, into a new era. In an era where recycling is the norm. We're planting trees and we're encouraging youth and adults to actually engage with animals, because you find that when you work with wildlife, even just people, you're in a community, your mental health tends to increase exponentially. It's something that has helped me my entire life, being around these animals and just people, meeting new people. And I find that the youth board stands for all of this. And the youth board is here to not only lead us into a new future, but it's here to inspire and encourage people to engage. Yeah.
So here's my question. I love the fact that you're taking the time. So it's not just about working with the horses or working with the specially abled. You're taking the time to reach out. It's a community thing, it's an island thing, it's a country thing, and of course the world. But what is it like working with horses? Because I've had the chance to speak to so many persons who, work with animals on a daily basis, and they come in and it's a whole light that emanates from them when they enter the room. And I saw that when you walked in, and I'm gonna have to ask Jaheim, what is it like working with horses?
It's different. I could say that. Horses to me are like giant dogs, basically. I would say working with horses, it's very tough. It's not an easy job. It's something that you have to be very passionate about. These animals, they are very high-spirited, they have a lot of energy, and they are huge. So simple things like exercising them takes you a very long time. Maintaining them, things like grooming them, washing them, cleaning their hooves, making sure that they're healthy. It's a full-time dedication. It's not something you can do a few hours a day. It's something you have to do all day, every day. Lennon and Veronica, they don't catch a break. They're constantly working with these horses because they do require a lot of love and attention, and that is exactly what we try to give to them. So I would say working with horses, it's a unique experience, and it is something that will take you a long time to get used to, but it is worth it in the end. It teaches you all aspects of working with animals, the good, bad, and the ugly. Everything.
Working with people, because we were talking about not losing that human aspect of things where we're kind, especially kindness. I say it and it sounds basic, but it's something that we tend to overlook too many times. And so working with people, I see and I feel so much love. Oh my gosh, Veronica is like this big ball of light just emanating from her. And I feel the love for what you do. You have a passion for what you do. So it's not even just about the work that you do with horses. It's not even just about, having a space and running a business. You maintain that love for people, and that's a wonderful, beautiful thing. And I see that in you because when he is talking or when he is expressing himself, there's pride in your eyes. I
So there
see
is
it.
a labor of love, I think, and
Yeah.
you can only go so far when you have that love, which takes you up mountains. And I have to really give credit to Lennon Lafortune, my husband, because he hasn't been on holidays for 10 years. Now he says, Veronica, I live in Tobago, I live in paradise, and you just said he doesn't catch a break. Now, he is not only the blacksmith, because there's no blacksmith in Tobago, and he's very proud of teaching Jaheim. We brought a horseshoe here. Now, this is a horseshoe from the racetrack. So one of the horses which we took in from the racetrack was wearing this horseshoe, and we would take it off, and then we would file the hoof, and we will glue on the shoe. So we have a new way of, yeah. I want to give this to you. Yeah. So this is one way how we are sustainable. We would also, sell used horseshoes, and this is for, the good spirit in your house and so on. Yeah, so this labor of love, which takes you only through dedication and focus, you basically are able, and you have to believe in yourself, because otherwise the horse does not take you on as a leader. But the horse is also so sensitive, For example, they feel a fly on their skin. They can twitch their skin. They can feel people's heart rate from 20 feet away. Now, we can feel people's heart rate from about 4 feet away, and that from the studio, you have people entering.
Yes, and energies.
Yeah, and energies. Now, why did kings and queens had horses? And I say that all the time, it's very uplifting and empowering. So now we have a lot of locals who would come for being with horses session. So they paid $350 for a 2-hour session, and they learn how to meet and greet the horses in a way of, hey, I have to overcome my fears. But you have Jaheim, who would show you with all his love how to give the love to, let's open up there again, to Princess Julie, who was born by us. And he knows how to coax her, because horses and animals have a personality and have habits. And he knows how to go around, just like my mom, or my family members, And I think to specify that and to respect that each horse or each animal and each family member, we talk about that, has its own way and is allowed to have their own way. And we talk even about, hey, we don't own them. We just love to maintain them, which is so fulfilling and rewarding. And this is so empowering. Now, we also have a program, it's called the Youth Empowering Program, where we invite youth to come on board and to learn that. And by learning how to take care of the park and maintain the animals, you also learn to take care of yourself and about life. Because in life, you don't reach nowhere without determination, focus, and a daily practice. This is how you build your core.
Yes.
For each dream, So we started now 5 years ago also to give leadership training courses to free of charge to frontline workers, for example, during lockdown, which was so successful and so beautiful, because you get a break from the daily stress you're on, taking care of people. Now you need to do self-care too, nurture your soul, and be out there in nature. So you were already talking about the mental health.
And becoming one with nature is something that we should not lose. It's a natural thing. It's a cosmic thing. It's a spiritual thing.
I'm so glad you're saying that. You
Yeah.
know, we're doing every month. We're having a big beach cleanup every first Thursday of the month at 4 o'clock, and I would love for you guys to all come. You can win prizes such as beach rides and beautiful park visits, and so our volunteers are leading these sessions. So we clean up the beach, and you know what? When you clean up around your environment, you know that is a really rewarding feeling. Plus, on top, you're getting to ride a horse. Plus, on top, you see the horses walking back because they come back from the grazing area at 5:30 every evening. You know, so you get a glimpse of that. How is that being with horses?
Definitely. And you know, one of the things that really, really stands out for me. Now, I mentioned just the mere passion and love for what you do. For instance, Jaheim said, you guys don't even take a break. This is love and passion right here. But you're also inviting us to love ourselves and be mindful of our brain power, be mindful of how important our mental capacity is to us as human beings. And the balance has to be there because it's a busy, busy, busy world. We're busy all the time. And that's how they get us, you know, with that busyness because we don't have time for ourselves. We don't have time to really sit back and just sit on the beach. These simple things people come from far and wide to do in our little space here in Tobago. And so many of us do not do that. And so this is something that really stood out for me. When I saw that you guys were coming, I really, really, you know, had this light, I had this energy, I had this spirit that, you know, I would truly love speaking with you. And this is something that cannot be mistaken. It cannot be, you know, me acting or me putting on a face. It has to be from the soul. And this is what I feel. And I say that because this is what I feel. So I love the work that you're doing. How do we reach you? Because I know so many persons are looking on. Veronica, please, before we go, we are getting ready to wrap, but your book, I'm seeing a lovely book here.
About what I was basically doing before as a little girl in Germany, you know, and then doing different courses and working as a writing teacher and doing the artistic work, but then the community work, which is basically filling up half of the book. And about my ups and downs in life, you know, we feel it, we feel the light, we feel the darkness. And you know, Healing with Horses, we just got the Order of Merit, which is really the highest award of German when you do social work. What light, thank you so much. But you know, we have some really depths to pull through, and Jaheim knows, you know, and as a community, we can pull through, but we have to believe in that positiveness and at the community work. So if you are interested in being a part of it, you're welcome to sign up. So we have volunteers, they have to be 17. You can come in the Love and Magic Info Center. It's open Monday till Saturday from 8 until 4. And then we do invite schools Monday till Thursday. So we have the Joy of Learning Research Center, we have the Transformational School, and we're looking forward to have the Happy Haven School on board for 2 hours. So they come to the park and they are being invited to play. It can be play therapy, such as grooming Winston, the smallest pony, or doing art therapy or doing drumming therapy. So we also have local artists on board who share their passion in a different way. Yeah? And then we have Jaheim in the ring, who shares his love by walking king around and having the kids feeling like little police officers riding a horse. Yes. So that is empowering. And when I help people to empower, to feel empowered, you know, I go home and say, wow, I'm feeling good, right?
Yes, it's a wonderful
So
feeling.
Jaheim is already training other young peeps from Trinidad and Tobago, sharing this passion. There's so much to do. There are so many horses who need new homes, but you know, without stewards, we cannot give the horses homes. So this is, and then we're talking about the animals, yes, but we're also talking about our environment. So you're talking about the tree planting, which we did around the park. We would love to do more planting along the beach, because without trees it's really hard. You know, we can't breathe. I love your t-shirt. You remind me of just breathe, smile, and you know, just breathe. Thank you for being such a shining light.
Yes, and you know, I am so thankful to you guys for being here. And from our family to yours, blessings, peace, love, light, success, every richness, every abundance, everything positive that I could think about right now, I am bestowing and declaring upon you. So we just want to thank you so much for being a part of Brunch, a Taste of Tobago, and we wish you success in whatever you endeavor to do. All right, so we thank you guys. We are going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. But of course, our trivia question for today, this popular pastime is a favorite during the Christmas season, especially on Boxing Day. The answer at the end of the show. When we return, we're going to talk about some culture. You guys do not want to miss this one. We're going to be right back with Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.